What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Patreon. It is 1:47 p.m. here on the East Coast in the USA. It is April 7th of 2019. So, guys, I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. It is Sunday. Yeah, guys, I'm looking at this pattern here, Bitcoin on Binance here on the 4-hour, and I'm trying to figure out, or I'm just going to hop it over to Coinbase. I'm trying to figure out what kind of a structure we're in, what kind of a pattern we're in. It was kind of look like an ascended triangle, but we're getting these higher highs, and we also have this higher high. And I'm not exactly too sure how to classify this. I mean, it could potentially be some sort of rising wedge, but it's hard to say. It's hard to say. But yeah, guys, I mean, we are moving up to retest those highs. We didn't quite get there just yet, but we had a little bit of a retest, a little bit of a pullback, and we're bouncing up a little bit. Let's hop over to the 1 hour. Like I've been saying, guys, most likely there's really no reason to be trading this. We're just going to be going back and forth. We're just going to be going up and down, But we are attempting to push out of that upper resistance, guys, right? And we're just still, we're still just it's that FOMO, that short covering, that FOMO. It's just continuing on, a little bit of aftermath here. But personally, I personally would expect. But what I expect doesn't matter at all. It's just it's just my personal opinion, which has nothing to do with the market. But that we would probably pull back. Now, again, this right here is the 21 exponential moving average here on the 4-hour, 21 exponential, which has recently been, we've had some lows bouncing off of the 21 exponential. Now, it's not, guys, when people talk about moving averages, it's not necessarily that the moving average is the thing that's making this happen. It's really because you can change the moving average that you're looking at and make it perfectly line up with your lows, and it's all just about interpretation, right? So it's not that the moving average actually is a physical barrier, right? It has more to do with the way people are interpreting it. Sometimes it does have to do with the bots and algorithms that will be longing at the moving average. So just keep that in mind, guys. It's nothing set in stone, but it has an effect on the market, and that's why we look at them, right? Like psychologically and sometimes programmably with the algorithms. But I don't put too much weight on it. Can you guys see me? Is it too bright back here? Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're still pushing up here on Bitcoin, making slightly higher highs, lower high here, but slightly higher high here. So, I gotta see, this thing can break below that moving average, break below that support. We have a nice nasty move back down to 4,800, 4,600, right? Would be the two, support levels I would be looking for. But of course, guys, breaking above 5,200 again and 5,345 again, that would cause a lot of excitement, and I would think that we would probably be moving above 5,500, right? If we get back above 5,345, we would probably be breaking above 5,500, getting to 5,600, and if we get above that, 6K, it would be the target, I guess, right? Right now we're going to see how this goes. Let's just hop back over to the 1 day. Let's see. Recently, the biggest learning lesson I had with this bounce up here was use fibs. That was actually my biggest learning lesson. A big slap in the face. Kevin, use fibs, right? That was basically what happened. But just above 5,200, 5,250 was really our golden retrace zone. So, we're still, even though that target was hit, the market's still flirting. The market's still flirting with it, looking to try higher, right? And, maybe we actually, do hit 5,500. Maybe we do hit this left cluster over here before we get a major reversal. And, guys, I'm still looking out for a short position. The movement just keeps continuing to the upside. There's not too much that I can do right now. Also, Ethereum in an interesting spot. Oh yeah. What the hell happened with this? What the hell happened with Ethereum Classic, guys? Can somebody explain? I know they have a hard fork coming, right? But my goodness, it's ETC to USD is up to $9.50, right? And I saw this happening last night, and I actually went on Kraken and I bought a little bit of ETC to see if I could do some arbitrage, and they blocked my withdrawals. I couldn't withdraw it. What the hell? What the hell, Kraken, right? If I could withdraw it, I mean, a lot of other people would too, but I was trying to sell. I mean, is there something that I'm missing? Did it fork already? I have no idea what's going on, but I was trying to send some ETC to Coinbase to do some arbitrage. And those of you who don't know what arbitrage is, because there are a lot of beginners in here, guys, arbitrage, I mean, I guess there's a couple different meanings to it, but it's when, you know, let's just say, like, you know, here on Coinbase, ETC is listed at over $9, and on Kraken, it's listed, ETC is listed for just over $7 right now. You could buy it on Kraken, send it to Coinbase, and sell it for $2 more, right? But right now, Kraken's not letting me do that. But that is what arbitrage would be. So let's just say there's an exchange, you know, let's just say you could transfer Bitcoin really fast and you buy it on Binance for 5,115 and you send it immediately to Coinbase for 5,122. That would be an arbitrage. You'd sell it for a little bit more. But anyway, guys, so let me just do something real quick. So yeah, Ethereum also in an interesting formation, you know, kind of just following Bitcoin's lead a little bit. Of course, Bitcoin is the most bullish of them all. Just has a really nice upward sloping structure. Ethereum kind of got wrecked on that sell-off a little bit, and it has a little bit more of a downward sloping structure. And, you know, Ethereum hasn't really broken above those highs. Like, not really. Ethereum's had a weak pump, guys. Very weak, right? Super weak. A lot of selling in here too. Really interesting that Ethereum, you know, you would expect that Ethereum, you know, coming down from $1,400, you know, guys, Litecoin came down from 400 to 20 and bounced to 90. Ethereum came down from $1,400 to 80 and bounced to 160. You know, a little bit lacking there, right? Of all the cryptos, a little bit lacking. And also that is why it has been such a delight to short, because it's just that downward sloping structure the whole time, right? It just has that downward sloping, you know, there's a lot of selling pressure, and that's why it is very nice to short. It's really not tricky in that way. But what else do we got here? What else do we got? Yeah, someone else was talking about Ethereum Classic pumping, and that's why I looked at it. But I tried to buy it on Kraken and send it to Coinbase, and I couldn't do it, right? I would have been able to make a ton of money if I could. I guess that's why they're not letting you do it. Annoying. So we got some comments yesterday. Yeah, a lot of people were talking yesterday about, you know, just me being very stern about the trading guys. I have to do that. I have to like wake you guys up and shake you and say, hey, don't do this. Don't do this, right? It's important. Don't just copy everything I do, right? You know, you got to make sure you're confident in what you want to do. Someone else was saying that they also think that we're going to see some higher highs. Yeah, I mean, it's quite possible now, guys. I'm just waiting, right? I'm just waiting. I think we might be, you know, it's quite likely that we just push a little higher. That was a terrible drawing, but, you know, I would not be surprised to see it continue to run. But again, guys, I'm looking out for that short, and the real short opportunity could happen really at any time. It could happen fast, you know, as usual, as the bear usually acts. But, you know, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I might miss it. I might miss it. If we do sell off harshly, I'm not going to chase it. I would like to, again, guys, when I take short-term trades, the way that I personally like to do it is I like to, you know, the way that's worked out so far for me is I short upon resistance. I short upon the first sign of resistance. So let's just say, like, you know, you're looking at the 30-minute, right, and the price comes up and you see rejection here on the 30-minute. This has worked out for me a lot, guys. Is looking at the 30-minute candles, and when you see that first major rejection on the first 30-minute candle, you take your short position. A lot of times, you know, you get a slightly higher high, right, and you're sitting there like, damn, but then it works out. It happens a lot, guys, for me at least. You know, the first rejection on the 30-minute, you know, it's weird. It seems to have worked for me. That's just one of my formulas so far. Now, again, guys, that might not, that could also just be a terrible strategy or terrible idea, but it's interesting. It generally works, guys. It generally works. It's weird, but it's always very, very short term, guys. And again, one thing I've learned about myself, I don't know if I already said this, I'm on the extremes, guys. I'm either very long term or very short term. Those medium-term swing trades are kind of throw me off a little bit. It doesn't really fit with me in my personality. Like the medium-term swing trading, you know, it's not something I fare with as well. Yeah, and also, guys, if I ever use your comments as an example in a video to talk about, don't get offended. I'm just doing it for the betterment of everybody. Yeah, everyone talking about ETC and Ethereum. Yeah, yep. So yeah, I think that's it for now, guys. Again, I know I have to release altcoin video and tutorial videos, right? Which I will do this week. Yeah, can somebody explain to me this? Can someone explain to me ETC pump and why I can't do arbitrage right now? I mean, man, that thing goes from $4 to $14 in a day. Crazy, absolutely crazy. But yeah, guys, isn't it funny how news doesn't matter really anymore? Like other than this hard fork news, I'm saying in general with like Bitcoin, like news just fades away when price movement happens, right? And then when the price goes down, everyone blames it on news. But when the price goes up, it was because they were geniuses or something, right? Hilarious. Yeah, guys, I think we're still going to trend up a little bit. I think we're still going to trend up a little bit. You know, I don't know how you want to look at this really bit of a, kind of looking at like a bit of a wedge. You know, maybe if we push, you know, I would actually really like to see that higher high, guys. Or at least the double top. But again, guys, I'm just gonna wait. I know today's update was a little bit lacking, guys. I'm a little bit under the weather, and I had a personal thing to deal with the past 2 days. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, guys. I'm gonna keep my eye out. I'm always looking at the charts, though, so we'll see. We will see how this goes, guys. Is that it? That's it for now, guys. I will release the altcoin technical analysis video tomorrow, guys. All right? I'll talk to you all very soon.